Kiwi. Gross size 6'5". Yeah, I'm the baddest. No, fuck that. Scrape that. I'm Dallas, Texas style. My time is money. My money is time. Your bag better match mine.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? Hello, everybody. Why do it sound like that? Okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I got my shit together. Hello, everybody. How y'all doing? I hope all is well with everybody, and we are going to take a look into the messages between Nazaya and Jarvis, who is allegedly a child chomo and a child deletion guy. Okay. Y'all put two and two together with that on y'all own. You know what I'm saying? But as I promised yesterday when we did part 2, that I will return today with part 3, because we was trying to get to the text messages of between these two and trying to figure out, just taking a closer look into the case. So I did a lot of research last night, and what I think I have came to a conclusion of what I believe happened with this little girl. I believe the family turned their back to this baby. I believe it was a lot of them knowing in a sense, but they did not take heed to the situation and care to fix the situation. Thirdly, I believe that somewhere down the line, they may have been aware of this baby being pregnant. And I believe they helped Jarvis. I'm not going to lie. I do. I believe that they helped get rid of that baby. And the reason I say that is because if this baby came up pregnant, CPS would have been involved. And, they just wanted to clean their hands of it and some more shit. Okay. That's what I believe. But hey, don't say Kiwi just be coming up with shit. So listen, why you got two of you up? Because I gotta use one of them. Hey, biggest, I gotta use one of them for to bring up the content. Now, how you doing? I hope you having a blessed day, biggest. But yes, guys, if y'all haven't already, make sure y'all smash up on that like button, put me in the algorithm, and also hit the like button so we can spread the case around and people can get a whiff of it. People need to know, we don't know what this case can do for others. We don't know what kind of red flags can alert others that could be, sadly in a situation similar. We don't know. So not only put me in the algorithm, put Nazaya case in the algorithm to help others, okay? Protect our children as always. But I found the messages as I promised yesterday from part 2, and that's what we're about to go on and jump right into. We're about to go on and get straight to the meat and the potatoes. So let me go ahead and share my screen. And if y'all would like, get y'all some snackity snacks, because we gonna be here just for a little bit today. Get comfortable, okay? The link is pinned. The link is pinned for whoever want to come up. We will pause it, and y'all are free to come up and get y'all shit off. Y'all are free to come up here and get y'all 2 cents in, okay? I think I am gonna try to throw up polls throughout this segment. I want to throw up polls to get y'all involvement as well. Okay, so let's just go here. This is the lead investigator of the Naziah Harris case. She's the one who did put in a lot of the legwork with, tracking this shit back to the disgusting monster. Okay, he's a disgusting monster, and I hope that he get his booty rammed the fuck in every day of his miserable fucking life. Okay, moving along. I had to get that out. Let's go, guys. I'm sorry. Please, 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 please. Hey, sissy, how you doing? Please disregard my outbursts like that, but I am. I'm so sick of this bastard. This is a bastard, okay? But here we go, people.
Hood area.
Yes.
Okay. Now, are you familiar with what, like either a, a some sort of like sharp object or a gun or something of the sort? Are you familiar with what that would look like through clothing?
And yeah, at this point, I'm going to object. I think the answer would call for her to speculate on what caused these wounds.
I'm not asking her to say what caused the
I'm sorry,
holes.
called the holes. My
In this
apologies.
specific
Yeah,
case, but in her
correct.
experience.
Yes.
Okay,
That's
you may be objecting after a few questions, but for this one overruled.
Yeah, so throughout the hundreds of scenes that I've been to, various scenes, whether they may be fatal stabbing, it may be a blunt force trauma, I've responded and processed many gunshot scenes. When there's clothing, where a weapon was used, you do
Okay,
see.
she will be getting to the messages.
It could be from
I didn't want to. Let me see.
knife,
I want to go to when she
struggle.
say the first message. I don't want to.
Got to hear some of these text messages in the interview, but going through them.
Okay, here we go.
That's it. We're going to start now. Starting with people's exhibit 15. These are the messages from 313-379-5882. Can you look up?
I don't have a copy of that.
Can you read the messages that were sent from that number to Jarvis Blunt's number, or I guess the messages that were captured within people's exhibit 15? Including the dates and approximate times.
So the first message is September 24th, 2022 at 22:15 hours UTC. She says, "Bald head Janiyah, come here."
And that's to a number that's not Mr. Butts.
Correct.
Okay.
Then the next message is on September 27th, 2022. All of these dates are from 2022. So September 27th at 1:37 a.m. UTC. It is sent to Mr. Butt's phone. "We fitnessing, happy birthday." Immediately after that, 17-second mark, again to Mr. Butt's phone, it says, "Come on." And then
If you're paying more than $100 a month on auto insurance, stop scrolling. These big insurance companies.
September 27th at 1:52 a.m. Another message is sent to Butt's phone asking, "You okay?" September 27th, 2022, 1:54 a.m. He has sent a message, "We're redoing it at your choice." Immediately following that text, a message is received to Naziah to this text now number from Mr. Butt's phone that says, "You tell me." 9:27, 1:55 a.m. A message is replied to Jarvis, says basement. 1:56 a.m. A message is sent to Naziah from Mr. Butt's phone that says, "You sure?" At 1:56 a.m., a message is sent to Naziah from Naziah to Mr. Butt for job. At 1:57 a.m., a message is sent to Naziah from Mr. Butt's phone saying, "Can you suck my dick, please?" The message immediately following that from Mr. Butt's phone to Naziah, and make sure you erase the messages.
Wait a fucking minute. Wait. Hold on, guys. Let me go on and get this poll up because what the fuck? Did y'all? Hey, short stack, beautiful. How you doing, baby? I hope you're having a great day. This disgusting ass bastard. Oh my mother! I don't know, y'all. This just turned my fucking stomach. Did y'all just hear? Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, guys. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a fucking minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Nuh-uh. Let me try to see, can I get this poll up? Let me see, how can I get a poll up, guys? Give me just a minute. Let me see, because I don't know how to put the poll. Let me try to see. How do I put the poll up over here, guys? I never did the poll, so I don't know. But I'm finna try to find it. Just a minute. If I can, I will just go ahead and, you know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and resume these text messages, cause what the fuck? I'm gonna just go ahead, guys. Hold on. Is this it? Is this it? No, that's edit layout. That's new layout. Um, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. So don't worry about it, guys. We'll just go ahead and continue with these text messages. I can't believe this son of a. He telling her to make sure she delete the messages and some more shit, guys. I'm telling you. Okay.
Still September 27th, 1:59 UTC. A message is sent to Mr. Bus that says, "Hey, that is what I planned to do." Another message is immediately following that at 2:01 to Mr. Butts. "You turn me on just looking at you," and then there's a bunch of letters with possibly it's maybe an image that was sent that doesn't capture on the messages. 2:02 a.m. Naziah sends another message to Jarvis. "What time to be in the basement?" 2:03 a.m. he replies and sends her a message that says, "Go change your clothes and take your panties off." Naziah replies to Mr. Buss and says the letter K. At 2:10 a.m., so 7 minutes later, a message is sent from Naziah to Jarvis's phone. "I hear you. What you looking at?" Jarvis replies back immediately to her saying the letter U. At 2:13 a.m. UTC, still on September 27th, Naziah sends Jarvis a message that says, "I know, I'm finna sleep good." There's another message directly after that that has a bunch of symbols, so I'm not sure if it was one of those little emojis. 2:14 a.m., she sends to him, what about you? The next message she sends to him immediately after, sometimes I've been wanting to live with you. 2:16 a.m., she sends to him, you know what I mean. 2:18 a.m., she sends, what time I'm ready. 2:23 a.m., she sends to Mr. Butts' phone number, we not doing it or what? 2:23 a.m., Messiah sends to Mr. Butts, I really want you. This is still on the same day, September 27th, 2022. This is now 2:23 a.m. UTC time. Mr. Butts replies to Naziah, yes. 2:24 a.m. Naziah sends, pull your car down the street and come back. I'll be waiting. 2:25 a.m. Jarvis's phone replies back to her, come ride with me and Nye, N-I-Y. 2:25 a.m. she replies, did they say I can come? At 2:30 UTC, she sends him a message that says, I'm sorry, but love you. 2:30 UTC, he immediately replies back, come on. 2:31, Naziah replies, I can't, I'm going to get in trouble. The next message is at 2:35. She sends, when you come back, drop Nye off, pull your car down the street, and I'll come in the base. I'll be waiting. Then immediately after that, she sends, basement, please. Jarvis replies, okay. At 2:40, Jarvis replies, you in the basement yet? Immediately after that, Naziah replies back, yeah. Now we are the next day being, it's now September 28th, 2:28 a.m. UTC. She sends Jarvis a message that says, are we doing it tonight? I'm ready, fresh out the shower. The next message is a reply from him to her. Well, this is September 30th now at 1:25 a.m. UTC. He replies, yo. September 30th, 2:59, she replies, you coming over? She then sends another message directly after that, don't have school. At 3:07, a reply is received to Naziah from Jarvis saying, yep. She then replies, okay, we'll be waiting. At 3:17 a.m., he sends another message, she sends a message to Jarvis that says, text me when you get here. At 3:21 a.m., this is still September 30th date, Jarvis replies and sends a message to her saying, outside. Now we have skipped to September 30th, but it is now on here at 23:13 hours UTC. She sends a message to Jarvis saying, hey boo, you coming over? The next message is now October 1st, 2022, 1:51 UTC. She sends a message to Jarvis asking, you coming?
And are there any other messages to Jarvis after that? Mr. Buttstone?
No.
Okay. And now, do those indicate whether or not they were deleted.
Yes.
And how many of those were deleted? Or how many of them were not deleted is a better question.
Looks like all of them were deleted except for the one where she was, very beginning, she had actually texted somebody else, which I believe might have been Shannon's phone at the time, saying, "Bald head Janiyah, come here." But all the messages between the 8719, which is Jarvis's number, are marked on here as deleted except, let's see. On September 30th, the "Hey Boo, you coming over?" And the "You coming" text, those ones were not deleted and still show up.
Okay, so those last two.
Yes.
Now, going through people's exhibit 16 messages, as it relates to the 231-743-3137. I'm sorry, before that, without telling us ZIYAH's actual birthday, in September 24th, 2022, what age had ZIYAH just turned?
In 22,
Yes.
she would have just turned 12.
Now, do you have a set of these the messages from the 231 number?
Yes.
Okay. Now I want to go through those. And there are sections that are highlighted, and I want to follow along. What is the first message that is sent?
It is sent on March 4th, 2023 at 23:35 UTC. It's sent to Jarvis's 8719 number, and it says, "It's me, ZIYAH."
Okay. And just for clarification purposes, all the messages within this exhibit are sent to Jarvis's 8719 number.
Yes.
Okay. Now, I want to jump to March 16th of 2023. There's a highlighted message there. Can you read that one?
Yeah. So just before that, the UTC time on here, just so I'm not having the math throughout, from March 10th to November 3rd, it would be -4 hours. So any date that falls within those days would be -4. Any dates outside of those ranges would be -5 hours.
You said that's
But I'm gonna read it off of here with the time is stamped and date,
okay. You said that's March 10th through November.
3rd,
Okay, that's -4. You can see.
-4, yes.
Okay. So continue with that.
Yeah, so March 16th, 2023 at 0006 hours, she receives a message from Jarvis that says, "Stop messing with people and just be mine."
And was that deleted?
No.
Now, moving on to May 3rd, 2023. There's a set of highlighted messages. Can you read those?
Yeah, so these messages are May 3rd, 2023, starting at 15:06. Jarvis sends a message that says, "I'm coming to get you." Immediately after, ZIYAH replies, "What you mean?" Jarvis then replies to her, "You heard me." Immediately after that, ZIYAH replies to Jarvis, "You can't do that." Then sends another message immediately after, which is now still 15:07 hours, that says, "I'm finna go to lunch, love you."
And were any of those messages deleted?
No.
Now, moving to May 30th of 2023.
May 30th, 2023 at 13:01 hours, she sends a message to Jarvis that says, "I miss you." At 13:02 hours, he replies back, the letters IMU, and then the number 2.
And were either of those deleted?
No,
And what about starting with May 31st of 2023?
May 31st, 2023, this is at 13:37 hours. He sends her a message that says, I can't stop thinking about you either. The next message then goes and starts is now June 5th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Well, 11:59 UTC. She sends a message to Jarvis. Hey, you may think I'm ignoring you, but I'm not. My phone broke. At 12 o'clock, another message is sent. So I will text you off this number. At 12:01, same date, she sends him a message. Are you mad at me? At 12:01, he replies back to her, yes. At 12:02, she replies back the letter Y. At 12:03, she sends, please don't be mad. At 12:04, she sends, can you tell me why you mad at me, yes or no? At 12:05, he replies to her saying, I haven't seen or talked to you.
Okay. Now, first, were any of those deleted?
No.
Okay. Now I want to actually go to one that I did not highlight. 12:08 on June 5th, 12:08 and 28 UTC through June 5th, 12:08 and 49 UTC. Can you read those?
Those 3?
Yes.
Okay, so June 5th, 2023, 12:08, 28 seconds. He sends her a message with the letters WYA. At 12:08, 35 seconds, she replies, school. 12:08, 49, he sends her a message that says, I'm at your house.
And now, I want to go, actually, can you keep reading through June 5th at 12:09? 12:09 and 4 seconds.
So just one more message down.
Yeah, just keep reading it.
Okay. 12:08, June 5th, he had sent to her, I'm at your house. At 12:09 and 4 seconds, she says, damn, we was just. Then immediately after that is another text that says, there. Then at 12:11, she sends him, you bet not be in my room. At 12:12, she sends, I need another phone. At 12:13, she sends, I miss you. At 12:14, he sends her a message that says, I stole your panties.
And now, were any of those messages deleted?
No.
Now I want to go to
Now, wait a minute. Wait a goddamn minute now. He stole her panties. He telling this little girl he stole her panties? What in the world is going on? What is this world coming to? Do y'all hear this devil? Why would he be telling this little girl he stole her panties? When you steal something, nobody's supposed to know you stole them. But why would you be telling her that? You're sick. You want to sniff panties and shit too? You weird ass, sick ass bitch you. You're sick. Oh my God.
June 16th. There's some highlighted messages there.
June 16th, 2023, at 2:50 a.m. and 25 seconds, she sends to Jarvis, "Didn't I make you come faster than ever?" On June 17th, at 8:59 and 06 seconds, she sends to Jarvis, "I'm sorry for making you mad, but do you ever think how I feel knowing that I can't have you to myself? But you have me to yourself, and no, I'm not seeing anybody else, I swear."
And were either of those deleted?
No.
Now I want you to go down on the page to June 23rd. There's a set that are highlighted.
June 23rd, 2023, at 23:54 hours, she sends a message to Jarvis, the letter U, then you going to hit it from the back again, with question marks. At the next day, which is now June 24th, at 19:11 hours, he sends her a message that says, "Send me some pictures, please." At 19:20, she replies, "Don't you still got the other pics?" At 19:47, he replies to that and says, "No." At 20:19 hours, she sends to him, "I will send some."
And now moving through to June 26th. There's a set highlighted there. Oh wait, sorry, first, those ones that you just read, were those deleted?
Yes.
Okay, now moving to June 26th.
June 26, 2023, at 16:31 hours, she sends a message to Jarvis that says, "Call me when you have time." At 16:33 hours, he replies back to her, "I want some pussy." At 16:33 hours and 50 seconds, she replies back to him, "You can have some." At 16:39 hours and 41 seconds, he replies to ZIYAH, "When?" At 16:49 hours and 28 seconds, she sends to Jarvis, "Whenever you come get me." At 21:16 hours, she sends to Jarvis, "Call me, want to tell you something, SUM." At 21:24 hours, she sends a message to Jarvis that says, "You can get some today." At 21:24 hours, she sends another message that says, "You can get some pussy today."
And were any from that set deleted?
Yes, all of them.
All of them. Okay. Now moving to June 27th. There's stuff that's highlighted. Can you read those, please?
Yes. June 27th at 7:55 UTC. There is a incoming call to ZIYAH from Jarvis that is listed as a missed call. And the name on here that she has this number saved is Bae for Life, BAE, the number 4, and then life. Then at 7:56, he sends her a text that says, "Are you naked yet?" At 7:58, she replies to him and says, "No, I don't want to get naked." At 7:59, she replies, "Are you mad that I didn't get naked?" At 8:01 hours, he sends to her, "I used to you telling me no." At 8:06, still on June 27th, he sends her a message that says, she sends him a message that says, "Come on, babe, I'm sorry, just not in the mood right now, I'm sorry."
Okay. And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Okay. Now, jumping to it's a little later in the day on June 27th, there's a set highlighted.
So on June 27th, now at 16:24 hours, he sends her a message that says, but I can't nut inside you, so it's different. At 16:25, she replies, why you can't? Didn't you do it before? At 16:25 and 40 seconds, he replies, but I had to buy a pill to do so. At 16:26, she replies to him, yeah, you right. At 16:26, 28 seconds, she sends, but what you doing, but it's abbreviated WYD. At 16:28 and 45 seconds, she sends to him, are you busy? With a question mark. And those were deleted.
Thank you. Now, jumping forward to June 28th.
On June 28th, so this next set in here, they're all sent from ZIYAH to Jarvis,
Yes.
and they start at 17:10 on June 28th, 2023. And it starts off as, Bae, I didn't go see nobody. I swear I came straight back. At 17:11, my friend lived right down the street. She didn't answer, so I came back and went to sleep. The next message, Bae, please, I'm sorry. Immediately after that, she says, I didn't sneak out for nobody, I swear. 17:12, 58 seconds, she says, I know you're having a rough day, but I swear I'm not lying. At 17:14, she sends, Bae, please, I swear I didn't go see no niggas. 17:14, she sends, I don't talk to nobody but you. 17:15, she sends, I was only out for 5 or 10 minutes, I came straight back. 17:15 and 56 seconds, you didn't respond to none of my messages, so I thought you were asleep, so I went to sleep. 17:17, why won't you believe anything I tell you? I'm not like other girls, there is no need for me to lie to you. 17:18, you said I'm all yours, but you acting like it, you are overthinking it, I just want to be yours. 17:19, please stop ignoring my calls, you don't want me to see nobody and I'm not. 17:20, Bae, I'm sorry I didn't tell you. 17:21, I promise you there is no one else. 17:24, if you don't believe me, I will send you my Instagram password.
Now, these next messages from 17:24 to 17:25, don't read what the username and passwords are, just
Yeah.
that it was sent.
So the next message is she's sending her Instagram username and the password along with her Gmail email and giving the password to that as well.
Okay, and now starting again with 17:26.
So on June 28th, still 17:26, the next message is still all being sent to Jarvis from ZIYAH are, I hope you believe me now. You really don't want to believe me, but I will tell you the truth every time. Immediately after that, I just want to make your day better, Bae. I'm sorry. Feel free to log in at any time or go through my messages. Now at 17:42, she says, I only want to be with you. At 18:09, Bae, I'm sorry for not telling. I swear I will next time, please. Still 18:09, Bae, I love you. Please call me back. Now at 18:18, come on, Bae, please. At 18:19, so what if I will be able to get out tonight and I'm calling you and texting you, are you still wanna ignore me. At 18:21, she says, you are so busy, I feel like you don't want me. This is why I don't open up to you. Because if I do, you get mad and don't want to talk. So how am I going to trust you? I do, but you don't trust me. It's up to if you want to be with me or not. At 18:45, she says, I didn't do anything wrong. I don't get why you so upset. At 18:46, all I try to do is make you happy, but clearly I'm not enough for you. Cut me off. I don't anymore. You FRL, for real. Never even fucked with me. All I want is you to love me. At 18:47, I tried so hard, but you don't understand that I'm sorry if you feel like I'm cheating. But I'm not. I gave passwords and all that, and all. What more do I have to prove I'm not cheating? Now this message is when Jarvis actually finally replies, which is at 18:55. He sends to her, I'm working alone.
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Now, moving on to June 29th.
June 29th, 2023 at 21:44 hours. She sends to Jarvis, when you off work. At 21:49, she sends, pick me up before you pick up Janiyah. At 22:02, she sends, hope to see you soon. At 22:47, she sends, I'm never getting out of this hellhole. At 22:48, he replies with the letter Y. At 22:48, she sends, she will never let me out. It's so boring over here. 22:50, she sends, well, I will, she has the word she on there, UTM. And then the very next text after that, it says, I will see you tomorrow. Then at 22:50, he replies to her, or tonight.
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Now, continuing on June 29th.
June 29th, 22:52 hours. Uzziah sends, are you still picking up Janiyah? 22:53, he replies, when? 22:53, she sends to him, today. At 22:53, he replies back, no. 22:53, 18 seconds, she sends the letter Y. 22:53, he sends back to her, it's just me and you. At 22:53, he sends another message that says, because I was never picking her up. At 22:53, she replies, okay, I really like that it's only me and you. 22:54, he sends back, you really didn't want her there no way. At 22:54, she replies, I know I didn't want her there. 22:55, he replies to her with the letter Y. 22:55, she sends back, because she do too much and you mine. 22:57, Jarvis replies to Uzziah saying, meaning. 22:58, he then sends, and Shan said that she said no. Then the next message from him is for today. At 23:06, Uzziah sends to Jarvis, I know she said no for today. And then at 2307, Uzziah sends, the meaning is your mine and mine only, the dick, and all your mine and will stay mine. At 2314, she sends, I want to know the meaning when you say I'm yours. The date on here is now June 30th at 0016 hours. Jarvis replies to her and says, all of you. Immediately after that, your mind, body, and soul. At 0017 hours, he sends to Uzziah, the pussy, ass, mouth, legs, arms, face, and then he has the word everything in all caps. At 0119 hours, she replies, oh, really? And then there's some type of emoji. Immediately after that, she says, want to see that tomorrow? And it's the same little symbols on there. At 0247 hours, he sends back to her, meaning it's now 0603 hours. She sends to him, when we fuck. Then at 6:06:24 hours, he sends a message to her, what you doing, but it's just the letters WYD.
And were those messages all deleted?
Yes.
Okay. Now moving later in the day to June 30th.
June 30th at 22:18 hours, Jarvis sends to Uzziah, I'm outside. Then the next message is at 23:36 hours, he sends to Uzziah, go take them panties off. At 23:37 hours, Uzziah sends, are we going to the room? 23:37, Jarvis replies, IDK, meaning I don't know. 23:38, she sends to him the letters PLS, or please. 23:38, he replies to her the letter Y. 23:39, she replies back and says, because we got more space. 23:39, he then sends a message to her that says, to do. She then immediately replies, to fuck, WYM, or what you need. Then immediately after that, she sends to him, we going or what?
And moving forward to July 1st. Oh, wait, first of all, were any of those messages just read deleted?
All of these were deleted.
Okay. Now to July 1st.
July 1st, 2023 at 14:31, she sends a message to Jarvis that says GM for good morning. At 15:22, he replies GM quitting. At 15:24, she sends back whatever, I was tired. Then at 15:28, she sends still my dick though. At 15:28, he sends to her, there's 3 letter B's, so it's BBB.BE, and then a space N, and then the uppercase Q and the lowercase q, as we know. He then sends another message at 15:28 with the words no. At 15:29, she sends, okay, fine. Yo, pussy, my dick. He then replies to her at 15:38, who said? She sends back to him, me. It's your pussy.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
And I want to stay on that same page for a second. Sorry. messages on July 1st, starting from 1907 to 2135.
July 1st, 1907, he sends a message to her that says, I'm trying to fuck. At 1952, she replies back, okay. At 1952, she sends a message that says WSP, meaning what's up. Then at 21:34, she sends, you still coming, or you was playing about trying to fuck? At 21:35, he replies back to ZIYAH, I'm serious.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
And now moving on to July 2nd.
July 2nd, 2023 at 15:46 hours, Jarvis sends a message to ZIYAH that says, can I get my dick sucked today? At 15:47, she replies, sure, no problem. At 15:50, Jarvis replies, yeah, okay. At 15:53, ZIYAH replies, I'm serious, you can. At 16:33, ZIYAH sends, there's going to be some type of photo that would have been sent at this time. At 17:08, there's a reply from Jarvis where it says, liked an image. Then at 17:08, Jarvis says, I'm going to sneak in, okay? At 17:08, ZIYAH replies back, why? 17:08, he says, who is up? At 17:09, she replies, everybody. At 17:09, Jarvis sends some type of photo to ZIYAH. Immediately after that, she replies, well, damn, I want to lay with you. Then at 17:10, from ZIYAH, are you here already? At 17:12, Chan told the kids that you said you was on your way, so they know you coming. At 17:13, ZIYAH sends, I want to see you. 17:21, ZIYAH sends, so am I just giving you head, or we fucking too, because looking at that picture made me horny. At 17:22, Jarvis replies to her, you tell me. 17:22 and 29 seconds, she says, I want to fuck too. Immediately after that, she says, so can we? And then at 17:22, 49 seconds, Jarvis replies back to her, yep.
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And now, later in the day, on June 2nd, or I'm sorry, July 2nd, there's a set of messages there.
Yes. July 2nd, 2023, starting at 18:41 hours, she sends to Jarvis, I want to fuck. At 18:41, do you? 19:04, are you busy, yes or no? 20:06, she sends, text me when you not on BS about fucking, because you playing. At 20:15, she sends, all I'm trying to say, I just want your body on mine. At 20:44, she says, hey, where you at? 21:52, she says, I'm trying to fuck. 23:58, she sends, she fitting to walk to the store. So now the date's changed to July 3rd and the hours are 00:42. She sends, before we go, at 00:42, 31 seconds, she sends, go upstairs in the bathroom. At 00:42, 48 seconds, Jarvis replies to her, why? At 00:42, 54 seconds, Neziah replies back, just go. At 01:11 hours, Neziah sends, we doing something or what? At 01:12, he replies to her, yep. At 01:23, she replies, I want to lay with you. At 01:30, he replies, I'm going upstairs. At 01:31, she sends, okay, Shan going up there too. At 01:31, she says, I just want to chill with you. At 01:32, he sends back to her, is she? 01:32, and Neziah replies, yes, you know she wants some dick. So she going to follow you upstairs. Then at 01:43 hours, she sends him another picture. 01:43, he replies, not getting any. And then immediately after that, the message says from him to her, this is your dick. At 01:44, Neziah sends, I know it's mine. Give her some dick, so ask and shut up. At 01:44, give her some so she can shut up and leave you alone. She only acting like that because she's horny. At 01:48, Jarvis replies, I want to see you. Immediately after that, his next message is, while you in the shower. Then at 01:55, she sends him a photo. It is now 02:04 hours. He sends her a message that says, I don't want to give her no dick. At 02:10 hours, these next set of messages are all from Neziah. It says, come back downstairs. Damn, you scared. At 02:44 hours, she says, hurry up. I want you back. At 02:50 hours, she says, come downstairs so I can sit on it real quick. At 02:52 hours, she says, I promise it's not going to be long, just a few, but it's FRW, up and downs, please. Then immediately, right after that is 02:53, she sends the same message, but it's spelled correctly. It says, I promise it's not going to be long, just a few up and downs.
And were all of those messages deleted?
Yes.
Now moving to July 4th.
July 4th, 2023 at 15:43 hours, Neziah sends Jarvis a message that says, in the shower right now, I'll text you when I get out. Jarvis then replies, hope you know that we fucking today. At 15:43 hours, she replies back, okay, fine with me, I was waiting yesterday. At 16:20, she sends him a picture. At 16:20, she sends, I'm out. At 16:56, a message is received to her. It's loved in image. 16:56, she sends a message, are you busy? It is now July 5th, 05:01 hours. She sends him a message that says, you was right, it hit different outside.
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
And moving to July 6th.
July 6, 2023 at 03:05 hours. Neziah sends to Jarvis, yes, I can tell when you come. 03:05 hours, why? Now at 03:20 hours, she sends him a message that says, so doesn't that mean I'm pregnant? At 03:21 hours, she sends him a message, I don't know, so I'm asking you. At 03:33, Jarvis replies to ZIYAH, no. 03:39, she replies back, okay. It now jumps to 13:10 hours, still on July 6th. She sends the letters GM. Then at 1400 hours, she sends, I want to fuck. At 14:25, he replies, how? At 14:26, she says, I don't know, you got work and I'm just horny. At 14:27, he replies and sends her a message that says, where is your nana? At 14:45, she sends, upstairs getting ready. At 14:54, Jarvis sends to her, she fitting to go. Then at 14:57, he sends the message, hello. At 15:03, ZIYAH replies, I don't know. The next message is, are you at work? And at 15:07, ZIYAH sends, I will let you know. At 15:08, she sends, you might can slide if you're not so busy at work. At 15:08, Jarvis replies back to ZIYAH, yeah. At 15:08, he then says, I'm trying to slide. At 15:13, ZIYAH sends to Jarvis the word question. Then at 15:13, he replies back, yes. At 15:14, she sends, do you like your girls skinny? At 15:14, he replies, why you ask that? At 15:14, she replies, just asking, and then there's some type of emojis that must have been sent.
And were those messages deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And moving just a little later in the minutes on July 6th.
Yes, July 6th, 15:35, ZIYAH sends, I don't think she's going anywhere. At 15:37, Jarvis sends to ZIYAH, that's messed up because I was gonna fuck the shit out of you. At 15:37, she sends, I still want you to do it. At 15:40, she says, sends a message that says, so am I going to see you today on your break? At 15:59, Jarvis replies, how? At 16:01, ZIYAH sends, don't you supposed to be bringing me the money anyway, so I will see you? 16:03, she says, unless you are going to go to the store and get me some pads and other personal things. At 16:03, there's some type of emojis that are sent. 16:24, she sends, I'm down to my last 3 pads. I would ask Nana, but I can't fit her big pads. I have a little pussy, they shit big. At 17:41, she sends a bunch of question marks with the letters WYA. 17:57, she says, what do I supposed to do? What do I supposed to use? 17:57, she sends another set of question marks. At 18:08, Jarvis replies with the word, huh? At 18:10, ZIYAH says, I don't have any more pads. 18:10, I need to get some more and you playing. At 18:12, she sends, babe, please. And all of those messages were deleted.
Okay. And moving to July 7th.
They ain't care about her. It ain't no way these people can possibly say that they cared about her. They know this baby have hygiene, has a cycle, and some more shit. And she's sitting up here asking him for pads and saying she down to her last pad and some more shit. These people couldn't possibly care. They couldn't possibly care. She's literally begging for help for hygiene products from this sick ass man. She relying on him. So that means he was giving her money to get the stuff that she needed to get. And she was dependent on it. Because she was going as far as, please, I'm down to my last everything, my last pad. What I'm gonna do? What you know what I'm saying? You bullshitting. Come on. Like what the hell? These people couldn't have gave a fuck about their baby. How the hell is she asking this nigga for some fucking pads? And you got a fucking house full of fucking women. And she ain't got no damn pads? Come on now. She ain't got no goddamn pads. That she ought to go as far as begging this nigga and doing the countdown of her how many pads she got. She did the countdown. I only got 5 more pads. I'm down to my last 2. I got my last. I'm on my last pad. What you gonna do? You gonna help me or is you not? Then all the way to I ain't got no more pads. Come on, please. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like what the fuck? This is a house full of fucking women, girls. Cause it's another cousin that's there that I believe to be a little bit older than her that she did TikTok dance videos with. She gotta use pads. So nobody kept track of her goddamn period. Nobody motherfucking made sure she had pads. Nobody did nothing. That all she could do was just sit up here and ask her fucking this perpetrator for fucking pads and shit. Like that shit is just gross, bro. That shit is gross. And I just can't believe he went this far with this baby. And what I keep texting in the chat when I'm saying like she had to be groomed or something happened way before this. Now I don't know how long. We all don't know. Nobody knows how long he had been doing this stuff with this baby. But for her to have that kind of vocabulary, majority of the time she's asking for it. You know what I'm saying? And he's asking. But in the text, it seems as if she's asking more than him, though. And then she's, telling him, oh my God, it's just so crazy. So I believe she either was like already sexually active, and I wonder did she get caught being sexually active, and that's why he decided to move, make his move on her at some point early on. Or like was she, you know, already touched and molested before? Like I really want to know because she sounds too comfortable in advance to be talking like this. Goddamn, I don't even talk like this. I don't even talk like this, and I'm a grown ass woman with kids, and I mean, goddamn. So that's what I'm saying. She feels she's too comfortable in these conversations. She is pursuing him most of the time in these messages. That's why he would go long periods of time of not responding back to her, but yet she's still texting and texting and texting. Nigga probably start feeling bad a little bit and trying to, nigga starting to feel some guilt or something and probably was trying to get that guilt feeling off his ass. And then he go right back and do the shit again. This shit is crazy. Never knew she was that fast though. Not right, don't matter. Still a child. It is. That creep peeped her advanced stage. Right, or something. She on his ass. Right. He had to peep her advanced stage. She had to been caught or it being exposed that she was sexually active at some point or something happened. that he felt it was okay, or he literally groomed her to be that advanced. Never know, child. Never know. Because because when you think about it, like when she was texting him saying like she just went down the street to her friend's house and her friend wasn't there, so she came right back and she was only gone like 10 minutes. Excuse me, guys. She was only gone about 10 minutes or something. Please don't be mad with me. I'm not with no other nigga and shit like that. That make me wonder, like, has she been, you know, gotten in trouble for messing with boys before or something? Because how did it get there? You get what I'm saying? And she was just kept saying that she wasn't with no nigga. Don't be mad at me and some more shit. But let's carry on, guys. This is hard, and like I say, viewer discretion is highly advised. It's hard. If y'all look back there at that judge looked like she want to get off and jump off that goddamn stage and on that nigga head. It's very uncomfortable. She can't even sit still over there because the shit is disturbing.
July 7th,
Check this out. I'm going to show you how I afforded this car. Okay, you ready? All right, $118 for car insurance.
2023 at 14:34 hours, and Isaiah sends a message that says, "So what you on today?" The next message at 14:35, she sends, "You trying to fuck or what?" At 14:37, Jarvis replies back, "Yes." 14:38, Isaiah sends, "I'm sorry." 14:38 again, she sends, "But I hope to see you today." At 14:39, she sends, "I didn't know if you were up last night, so I stopped calling and texting." And those messages were deleted.
And now moving to July 10th.
July 10th, 2023 at 16:41 hours. Isaiah sends to Jarvis, "You trying to get up in this today?" At 16:45, he replies, "All the time." At 18:54, she sends, "You eat lunch yet?" Then immediately after, she sends some question marks. Now at 19:54, Isaiah sends, "Yo job so empty." 19:55, she sends, "I was just there." At 19:59, Jarvis replies the letters I and K, or I know. At 19:59, he sends, "How you know?" At 20:14, Jarvis sends, "What's up?" 20:39, Isaiah replies, "I didn't want you to see me." 20:39 hours, so I left. At 20:40, Jarvis sends a message to Isaiah saying, "Who was with you?" At 20:40, she replies, "Nobody." 20:40, again, 37 seconds, she says, "You working late today?" At 20:40 hours, 38 seconds, Jarvis sends to her, "So how did you get to my job?" At 20:40, 48 seconds, he then sends, "No." 20:40 and 58 seconds, and Isaiah replies, "I walked up there." At 20:41, Jarvis replies back to her, "So walk now." At 20:41, and Isaiah replies, "I can't, Nana's back." At 20:42, she sends, "Can you pull up today since you're not working late?" 20:42, she sends a couple question marks. Then he replies at 20:42 and 29 seconds with the word "yup," and those messages were deleted.
And moving on to July 11th.
July 11, 2023 at 18:43 hours, Naziah sends to Jarvis, I want to fuck. At 1900 hours, he replies, when? At 2012 hours, she sends the three letters NVM, or never mind. At 2038, she sends, I took a shower. At 21:32, she sends, I be trying so hard not to think about you, but the dick too good not to think about you, and I miss you rubbing on my thigh. The date is now July 12th, and this is at 00:35 hours. She sends, we might go over Sham Crib. At 02:55 hours, she said,
Okay. Yes, he's just disgusting. He a disgusting ass bitch. And like I said, I don't know. Elder, you made a great point about her stalking him. Like, what the fuck? That nigga got scared because he was like, who with you? But listen to this. Okay, so on part one, I believe it was part one or part two. I believe it may have been part one, part two, or part one. It had to be part one, possibly. It was part one, I believe, or part two. I don't know, guys. One of them. But the auntie, whichever one, the Shannon was on the stand, the aunt of her. Basically, what happened was she said that Naziah had asked her that about the two streets that his car shop was on. And then she was like, Naziah was like, oh, I'm just asking because we learning about our surroundings at school. And she was like, oh, okay, well, I had told her that a street come before that street or whatever, basically breaking down that, you know, helping her, map out what we know now to be true, that she was trying to get up there to their shop to see what he had going on up there. And then when the attorney asked her, like, what do you know about them two streets? And she was like, well, that's the streets that he be on, the shop on. So we just got an answer to the situation. Basically, Elder, thanks to Elder, you just helped get an answer to the shit. She asked her auntie about the streets that the man car shop was on, and said that, oh, I'm just asking Amy because it's we starting to learn about our surroundings at school. And clearly it was for her to learn how to walk up there to him and try to see what's going on up there, perhaps, or something. I don't know. Shit crazy. Yeah, we do. But let's keep going.
and I'm fitting to hop in the shower. Call as soon as you get done doing whatever. I want you to tell me how you going to give me my dick for my B-day. Tell me nice and slow and sexy so I can play NVM, you know.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And later on July 12th.
July 12th at 14:38 hours, Isaiah sends, good morning. Then at 16:47 hours, she sends, did I have panties on? At 16:47, Jarvis replies, no. At 16:50, Isaiah sends him some question marks. And then at 1700, she has a missed call from Jarvis's number. It says missed call. She still has him saved in here as Babe for life. At 19:18 hours, she sends, how did you know? At 23:09 hours, she sends, you busy? At 23:11 hours, there is an incoming missed call again from Jarvis's number, missed call from Babe for Life. It's now July 13th, 01:44 hours. ZIYAH has sent him a picture. Immediately after that, she sends a text that says shower pic, and then there's some emojis. At 01:49, she says, damn, no response. At 01:49, 21 seconds, she sends some type of emojis again, and all those messages were deleted.
And now moving to July 22nd.
Before we move on, Sergeant Jones, do you need a moment, a break?
I can go a little bit longer.
Okay, here we go.
Unless the court needs a break.
No,
Okay.
I'm making sure that she doesn't need a break.
July 22nd, 2023 at 14:56 hours, ZIYAH sends, "Bae, I wanna fuck." Then at 14:57, he replies, "Work." Immediately after that, he replies, "I do too." 14:57, ZIYAH replies, "No, you don't." 14:57, Jarvis replies, "I do." Immediately after that, Jarvis sends, "WYA." Or where are you at? 14:57, ZIYAH sends, "I'm at the crib." 14:57 hours and 57 seconds, Jarvis replies, "Come on." At 14:58, ZIYAH replies, "Shan and Nana went to Family Dollar." The next message says, "I can't, I wish I could." At 14:58, Jarvis replies, "How long are they gonna be?" At 14:58, ZIYAH sends to him, "IDK," or "I don't know." The next message is, "I'm so horny." Then at 14:59, she sends, "I want a hug from you." At 15:01, Jarvis sends her a message that says, "I'm on my way," with the exclamation point. "I just got off the phone with Shan. They are at the bar shop."
And
And
were those
those
messages
messages were deleted, yes.
And moving to July 24th.
July 24, 2023 at 03:24 hours, ZIYAH sends Jarvis a message that says, "Don't park in front." Immediately, Jarvis replies, "Why?" Then at 03:25, Jarvis sends, "You act like you're gonna come outside." At 03:25, ZIYAH sends, "I can't, I have guests." 03:25, she sends, "And people do watch and look at the house all night." At 03:26, she sends, "Just park down the street, please, thank you." 03:26 hours, Jarvis replies to her, "Who?" ZIYAH then replies back, "People on the block." At 03:26, Jarvis replies, "Who is the guest?" At 03:26, ZIYAH says, "My girlfriend, Vari girlfriend." 03:27, ZIYAH sends, "I took his bitch." And at 03:27, Jarvis replies to her, "She is our bitch." At 03:27, ZIYAH sends to Jarvis, "She 14, about to be 15. 03:28, she sends, "Are you close?" At 03:28, Jarvis replies, "Is she our bitch or no?" Zero 03:28, ZIYAH replies, "Yes." Jarvis then replies to her and says, "You fake." 0328, Isaiah says, how? She is our bitch. At 0329, she says, Faye, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you mad. 0330, Jarvis replies to her, she don't know about us, right? 0331, Jarvis then says, and is she trustworthy? At 0331, Isaiah replies, yes, she don't know about us. At 0356, she says, it's off. 0357, Jarvis replies, wrong light. And at 0357, she says, the letter K.
Were those messages deleted?
Yes.
And later in the day on July 24th.
July 24th at 12:22, Isaiah says to Jarvis, fuck me then. At 12:22, he replies, huh? And at 12:23, he replies, I'm trying to. At 12:23, Isaiah says to him, you said fuck me. At 12:23, she says, so do so. 12:23, Jarvis replies, when? 12:23, Isaiah replies, trying to make time, going through my schedule, RN, for right now. 12:24, Isaiah says, what time are you going to work? At 12:40, Jarvis replies, now. And now jumps to 21 hours, and Isaiah sends WYD for what you're doing. Then at 21:23, she sends, you free, with some question marks. We now jump to July 25th at 17:33 hours, and Isaiah sends, I want to fuck today. At 17:33 hours, Jarvis replies back, come on. Then immediately after, he replies, I'm by myself. At 17:33, she sends back to him, I can't RN for right now. At 17:34, Isaiah sends, after work, can you call for me, please? And those messages were all deleted as well.
And now jumping to August 4th.
August 4th, 2023 at 22:07 hours, and Isaiah sends to Jarvis, Shan and Nana left. DON, and then there's some type of emoji. Know what time they coming back. At 22:08, Jarvis replies, okay, what you saying? Isaiah then replies back, what you think I'm trying to say? If there's some emojis in there again. At 22:09, Jarvis replies back with some type of emoji. And Isaiah then replies back, IDK, is it? I don't know, is it? At 22:09, Isaiah sends, what you thinking? At 22:10, Jarvis replies to Isaiah, are we fucking? At 22:10, Isaiah sends, shit, are we? SHI. At 22:12, Isaiah sends a bunch of question marks. Now it's August 5th. Isaiah sends, wow, you stood me up. August 5th at 00:47, she sends, I was waiting. And then at 00:47, she sends, I a bum. And the next message after that is a correction that says, you a bum.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
And now jumping to August 26th.
Okay, I need a break now.
Okay. We'll do a good time for a 15-minute break. We'll come back. 12:10. I always just click on my screen and hit live, but apparently I'm not even I don't know how to do it. In the car, the problem is I have to in the live stream and walk back on, and I don't want to separate the so even though I'm trying to live stream. Okay. Okay, we are back on the record. This is case 2459617, the people of state of Michigan versus Jarvis Butts. All parties are present. We took a 20-minute break, and Ms. Ripley, you can continue with your questioning.
Thank you. Sergeant Jones, I believe we were leaving off at August 26th.
Yes. So text messages from August 26, 2023, starting at 0909 hours. ZIYAH sends to Jarvis, I'm in so much pain right now. At 0909, 40 seconds, she says, my stomach hurts really bad. At 0937 hours, Jarvis attempts to call ZIYAH. It shows here missed call from Bay for Life. At 14:26 hours, ZIYAH texts Jarvis and says, I did have my period. It came when I was in the hospital. At 14:20 hours, this is now jumped to August 27th. 14:20 hours, ZIYAH sends GM for good morning. August 28th, at 0006 hours, ZIYAH sends to Jarvis, my stomach hurt real bad. 0055 hours, she sends, why you can't answer. 0056 hours, she sends, never mind this, you anyway. At 0131 hours, Jarvis replies to her, yes, baby. At 0132, ZIYAH replies, my stomach hurt really bad. At 0132 hours, Jarvis replies to her, I didn't nut inside of you. At 0133, ZIYAH replies, I'm not even talking about that. I'm saying it hurts really bad. At 0134, she says, are you busy? 0149, ZIYAH says, I want to talk to you about some, let me know when you are free. And these were all deleted.
Okay. And August 28th, later in the day.
August 28th at 13:31 hours, ZIYAH sends a message to Jarvis that says, I want to try something. At 13:32, he replies back, what? Spelled W-A-T. At 13:32 hours, she says, a threesome. At 13:44 hours, ZIYAH sends, you down for it? Then she sends a question mark. At 13:44, Jarvis replies back, with who? 13:44, she replies, IDK, or I don't know yet, you got someone. At 13:45, she sends, I'm still looking.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
Okay. And just a couple hours later on August 28th.
August 28th at 18:58 hours, ZIYAH sends, I feel you don't want to be bothered with me. 2200 hours, she sends, WYD for what you're doing. 2200 hours, she replies back, thinking about you. 2201, she sends, oh, so are you down with the threesome? 2221, he replies, yes, with who though? 2246, she sends, IK, still looking. Then immediately after that, she replies, IDK for I don't know. It is now August 29th at 03:47. She sends, "Bet, that's what's up." He replies, "Huh?" Zaya then replies, "None, you'll figure it out." At 03:49 hours, he sends, "What?" She then replies back to him, "Never mind, NBM, are you busy?" She then replies at 03:50, again, "Exactly, so I'll take that as a yes."
And were those deleted?
Yes.
And now we're moving forward to, sorry,
That's okay, go ahead.
we're moving forward to September 26th.
September 26th, starting at 14:31 hours, Messiah sends, "Bae, you up?" Some question marks. Then she sends another set of question marks. 14:32, he replies, "Yeah." 14:33, Messiah sends, "My period haven't came at all." 14:36, she sends, "Hello, you there?" with some question marks. 14:37, Jarvis replies to Messiah, "What you mean?" At 14:38, Isaiah says, "It have not came." 14:38, Jarvis replies to her, "Since when?" Isaiah then sends at 14:38, 42 seconds, "Since I was in the hospital." The next message is, "That was last month. I'm scared. I don't know, IDK, what to do. I have to go to the doctor's TM for tomorrow." At 14:41, Jarvis replies in Isaiah and says, "You said that you took a pregnancy test and it was negative." 14:41, she replies, "It did." At 14:41, Jarvis then replies, "So go get another one." At 14:42, Isaiah tells him on a text, "I can't, I have no money." After that, she says, "You go get one." 14:43, she says, "You ain't scared to get a plan B, get a pregnancy test and bring it later today. Just act like you have to use the bathroom." At 14:36, she says, "PLS for please." She then replies, "Will you do it?" with some question marks. At 14:51, she says, "Hello," with a bunch of question marks. Then at 14:56, Jarvis replies to her with, "Okay."
Okay, and now the messages from 9:26 at 14:31 and 41 seconds, all the way to 14:39 and 42 seconds, were those deleted?
Well, so they're deleted from the 14:31, 41 seconds, all the way down to 14:39 and 13 seconds. Those are not deleted.
Okay.
Then there's two that are deleted, which are the two messages that talked about, "I'm scared, I don't know what I have to do. I have to go to the doctor's tomorrow." And then the other one that she deleted was when it says, "You said that you took a pregnancy test and it was negative." There's one that she did not delete, it was, "It did." Then the rest of them after that, where it talks about, "Get another test, come upstairs and put it in the bathroom," those messages were deleted.
Okay. And moving to September 27th.
September 27th, starting at 21:26 hours, Messiah sends, "But are we still on for Friday?" At 21:31, Jarvis replies, "What you mean?" 21:38, she says, "Are we still on for Friday?" At 21:49, Jarvis replies, "Yes." 21:49, Isaiah says, "The letter K." At 21:49, Jarvis then sends a text to her asking, "What we doing though?" At 21:49, she sends back, "Fucking." At 21:50, Jarvis replies, seriously? 21:50, Nazaya replies, yeah, what else we gonna do? On 21:50, Jarvis replies back to her, where? Nazaya then replies back immediately and says, IDK, or I don't know, you pick somewhere. Then at 21:51, Jarvis sends to her, I always do. 21:51, Nazaya says, I know. At 21:52, she says, I really just want to cuddle, but if you want to fuck, we can. 21:52, 20 seconds, she sends, so do you? With some question marks. 21:52 and 35 seconds, Jarvis sends to her, do I weigh? Then right after that is a word that was corrected, like what? So it should have said, do I what? Then Nazaya sends at 21:52, wanna fuck. At 21:53, she sends, I just wanna cuddle, but it ain't always what I wanna do. At 21:53, she says, so yes or no? At 21:54, Jarvis replies, only if you want to. 21:54, she says, okay, so we fucking then. 21:55, Jarvis replies, so stop talking about you want to cuddle then. 21:55, Nazaya replies, okay, damn, you don't have to be mean. At 21:55, Jarvis replies, and it shows that he laughed at her comment about you don't have to be mean.
Okay. And were all of those messages deleted?
No.
Okay. Where does it start that it was deleted?
They do not start getting deleted until the messages that Jarvis sends to her, only if you want to. So we fucking then, stop talking about you want to cuddle. Those are the messages that were deleted.
Okay. And now we are moving forward to October 19th.
October 19th, 2023 at 22:23 hours, Jarvis sends Nazaya a text that says, hey. She replies back, are you ignoring me? Jarvis then replies, no. It now jumps to October 21st at 19:05 hours, and Nazaya sends, hey babe, I need that plan B today. At 19:07 hours, Jarvis sends her the letter Y. The next message isn't sent until October 22nd at 04:33 hours when Nazaya replies back to him, WYMY, so for meaning, what you mean, why?
And were those deleted?
Yes.
And now jumping to November 27th.
Okay, so now we're getting into the -5 hours for the,
Okay.
November 27th, 2023 at 21:06 hours, Nazaya sends, I just want to talk. I really don't want to lose you. At 21:09, she says, can we talk later, yes or no? At 22:28, she says, I don't want your problem, but I need you to bring me what I need tonight. It's hard doing all this gym shit with this baby. And if I don't do them, I'm going to get a F. 22:28, she says, if you keep ignoring me, you just gonna get no more pussy. 22:35, she says, answer the phone, you not doing nothing. 22:36, she says, PLSSSS for please.
And were those deleted?
Yes.
And now, I'm gonna jump ahead to January 9th of 2024.
January 9th, 2024 at 14:21, Nazaya sent to Jarvis, Don't forget, be there before 3. I will let you know when I'm leaving the school. If you're not there, I will wait. Then at 14:22, she says, send okay if you've seen the message so I can delete your number. Then at 14:23, Jarvis replies, okay, and those messages were deleted.
And there was no further communication between the ZIYAH's text number and Jarvis's number after January 9th, 2024, 1 year ago today.
Yes.
Oh, yes, really, the case is almost identical. Yes, it is another case that is similar to this. We pretty much coming to the end of it. These people, this is just some sick ass shit, man. And look how he just simped over and lumped over behind these two attorneys, defense attorneys, like a little coward. Most of it, he just got his head down, looking down with this mask on. Ain't nobody else in there with no mask, but his, but his ugly ass. Nobody got no mask on, but him. And then he steady staying slumped over, doodling in a goddamn notepad for nothing. He trying to block the shit out his brain, and he don't want to accept what he done did. And then my whole thing is, why would these people want to
You're the
even?
OIC in this case.
Why would they want to even try this stuff? Why is he not taking a plea deal? But it's the fact that his ass don't want to take a plea deal. Don't want to say where this baby is. Don't like he just lacking taking accountability for any of this. And I hope that he don't think that by this little girl being as advanced as she is and talking the way that she talking to him, that this is gonna be good in his case. Because at the end of the day, you, ugh, sick ass man, you after, you after. So it ain't nothing about what this little girl was doing and saying that's gonna get you up out of this. You did what you did. You after.
Correct?
Yes, sir.
When were you first designated as the OIC on this case?
It would have been, I believe, the 15th or 16th of February.
Okay. And what are your duties as OIC on this case?
The OIC begins with the preliminary investigation overlooking the case. On a missing person case, we're obviously making contact with family and getting some witness interviews. We also prep a warrant request that's submitted to the prosecutor.
Okay. So you're responsible for collecting evidence?
Yes,
And you're responsible for coordinating the evidence?
correct.
Okay. You conduct interviews, correct?
Yes,
And in fact, you conducted several interviews in this case.
yes, sir.
Okay. You submit evidence for testing, correct?
Pardon me?
You submit evidence for testing.
Yes, I have.
Okay. And I've seen you, the prosecution refer to you to make sure they haven't missed anything, correct?
Okay. I came across this in regards to this case and what is being said on here. This is Shannon. This is the aunt of Naziah Harris. And she said, since you all seem to be struggling with this concept, let me help clarify. By state law, Personal refrigerators can have locks/chains as long as children have access to their fridge at all times. Good morning. Okay. So this this post come from Shannon having backlash from hey Callie cuz what's up with it baby? I hope you're having a great day thus far. But this comes from Shannon and her family getting backlash because it is a TikTok video out of ZIYAH dancing, doing a TikTok dancing video in the kitchen. And in the kitchen is by the refrigerator. And a refrigerator, you can see a chain and a lock on it. So Shannon was under a lot of, scrutiny behind it. And the family, they were all being attacked because of their refrigerator that had the lock and the chain on it. And Shannon, again, responded saying, since you all seem to be struggling with this concept, let me help clarify. By state law, personal refrigerators can have locks/chains as long as children have access to their fridge at all times. Good morning. How do we know, ma'am, 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 the fuck is you locking up the fucking refrigerator for? Y'all didn't pay that baby no attention. The proof is in the pudding. Y'all didn't give two fucks about this baby because she asking this nigga to help her get some goddamn pads. So were y'all limited on food? And if it was 6 kids in that motherfucker, it has to be a shitload of fucking food stamps. It had to be a shitload of food stamps. So I'm not understanding why y'all would have a lock and shit on there like that, but hey, it is what it is. If it was certain shit y'all didn't want them to have, y'all could have put a lock and shit on something else. How about a deep freezer? How about a little personal refrigerator? That's not a fucking personal refrigerator in the fucking kitchen. Or at least it's not supposed to be. You could have had a little personal refrigerator in your bedroom. But I digress. Y'all people just need to tell the truth. Y'all didn't give a damn about that little girl. And y'all probably helped play a part because y'all knew CPS was finna get involved. Y'all didn't know how she got pregnant. Y'all started putting two and two together. Nigga, you better take care of this. Or how about, oh, them kids not gonna have no daddy no more. We need to go and get him help get him up out of this. Zanaya gone. We gonna take the backlash. I don't know.
What was your
The
question?
prosecution has referred back to you to make sure they haven't missed anything, correct?
Correct.
So you're the person that makes sure everything in the file is together, correct?
Correct.
And you interviewed several of Mr. Butts' girlfriends, correct?
Yes.
You interviewed, I believe, Tashiana Davis and Shannon Harris on the 15th.
Yes.
And you interviewed Najeen Rushing on the 29th, correct?
I haven't looked at that date, but I trust that that's the 29th.
Okay. Did you interview any of his other girlfriends?
Yes.
Okay, which
In
girlfriends?
the chat, they saying he held 20 children.
I interviewed Kizzy Young.
Okay.
There's Tashiana Davis.
Okay.
Angela, and I just cannot remember her last name at the moment, but she is who he resides with on Wilshire.
Okay.
I attempted to make a phone call to another girlfriend. I'd have to look up my reports, but she never came in for an interview.
All right.
There is another girlfriend who her name is Lucretia Bryant Hauser.
Okay.
That may be all the girlfriends. I may be missing one. I would have to relook at all the witness statements.
So you are aware that Mr. Butts has quite a few girlfriends, correct?
Correct.
All right. And
They in
from the
they
very
in
beginning
Michigan,
of this
Detroit.
case, you suspected, from your beginning of the case, you suspected Jarvis Butt had something to do with ZIYAH being missing, correct?
Well, when we were discussing the case on the first day, February 12th, DPS had told us the last person that they had contact with and they identified as Jarvis Butts. And then on February 15th, when we verified that ZIYAH was in fact with him and Cordell on the ride out to Ypsilanti, which is the last day that she was seen, then he became the primary suspect.
Okay. And from the beginning, you didn't suspect this was a missing person case, correct?
Well, she's missing. It's been a missing person case. I don't understand your question, I guess.
So you suspect that she was deceased, correct?
I didn't expect that she's deceased from day one. It takes a lot of investigation before you can come to that conclusion.
Okay.
It's not going to be one of those right away. You have to rule out every other possibility.
Didn't you tell Shannon Harris in her interview on the 15th that this is not a missing person case at this point?
I believe I told her that it was not being handled by DPS as a missing person case at that point, and that it's being handled at Detroit Police Homicide Missing Persons.
So you didn't tell her that this was not a missing person case? We're no longer looking for a missing person?
I don't believe that would have been my exact wording. Okay. On February 15th?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't believe that would have been my wording, that I would have already come to some conclusion that she was deceased on the 15th.
Okay. Now, during your investigation, did you receive information that ZIYAH had thought about running away?
Yes.
Okay. Also, during your investigation, did you receive information about a potential sex trafficking ring?
There was several different leads or tips that come in about sex trafficking rings. All those were investigated.
Okay. Now, you interviewed my client, you yourself, with, I believe your partner was Sergeant Lynch, is his name?
Sergeant Sullivan?
Sergeant Sullivan, I'm sorry.
Yes.
You interviewed my client 3 times, correct?
A minimum, I believe, one the 31st, the 1st, and I believe we went back again.
July 20th? July 20th?
That sounds about right.
Okay. And you interviewed him 3.5 hours, May 31st, correct?
Is that the time on the recording? Then
Yes.
Okay.
An hour and a half, the second time, correct?
Correct.
And roughly 45 minutes, I believe it was like 38 and some change, the third time.
Okay.
So you interviewed him for close to 6 hours?
That could be true.
Okay. And you took statements from my client, correct?
I mean, we recorded the interview.
Okay. You didn't reduce anything to writing, correct?
No.
He never signed anything,
But
correct?
he signed his advice of right.
Signed advice of right, but he never looked at what he had told you or what your conversation was, correct?
I mean, he verbally acknowledged things throughout the investigation. I did not reduce it down to handwriting.
And your conversation that you had with him, for lack of a better term, was rather fluid, correct?
Was what?
It was rather fluid.
It's a conversation.
There was a back and forth conversation where both you and your partner were talking, and he was just talking back, correct?
A conversation between the three of us?
Right.
Yes.
Okay. And you told him that you wanted to tell his side of his story, correct?
Correct.
He did tell you that he was joking about the messages he sent, correct?
The initial messages?
Yes.
So the very beginning of the interview, he starts off where he denies that that was her. He claimed that he was sending them to his child's mother. It then turned into that he was just joking around with ZIYAH for entertainment purposes.
Okay.
Then he admits to that all the messages were in fact to ZIYAH and not to Shannon, because she could never tell that that wasn't Shannon talking as you went through the rest of the messages.
But he told you that. Just a moment.
Your client guilty. We ain't buying nothing you selling.
So throughout your 3 conversations, your 6 hours of conversations with them, he never acknowledged harming her, did he?
I don't believe I ever asked him that direct question. He had never acknowledged having sex or touching. That was asked multiple times of whether there was any type of touching. It was asked about the text messages where some of them are saying again that would presume that there had already been a time, and he simply said that it was still just texting for entertainment purposes.
Okay.
What's entertainment about it?
I'm sorry, specifically on the 20th, you and your partner came over and asked him
The 20th of what?
July.
July?
This would be the 3rd conversation.
Okay.
On the 20th, you asked him, does he ever hang out on the west side, correct?
I haven't reviewed that full interview, but I do remember asking him about the west side, yes.
And he told you,
Objection, Your Honor. They can't admit their defendant's statements. 720 was not admitted.
You want to respond or you want me to rule?
I'll move on. Did you get any information that he had a child on the west side?
He does have a child's mother that lives on the west side, yes.
Okay. So that could be a reason for him to be on the west side, correct?
It could be a possibility.
Okay.
We not
But
buying what your client's selling, nigga.
Correct?
Correct.
He
We the
didn't
people
argue
not going.
You had a search warrant for his DNA, but he didn't argue with that. He freely gave you his DNA, didn't he?
I don't believe I did. I don't think I collected his DNA. Somebody else presented a search warrant for that.
You're right. I'm sorry. You weren't the one that, but he didn't argue with anyone. He gave his DNA freely, correct?
Correct.
Okay. He gave you his passcode to his phone, correct?
Correct.
All right. Now you said you that you searched the 7 Mile and Berg area, correct?
Yes.
And you mentioned that this was a former golf course. Now it's abandoned, correct?
Yes.
And there is a parking structure across the street, correct?
Well, parking lot.
A parking lot, thank you.
Yes.
And this abuts the Rouge River, correct?
Yes.
There's also residential streets over there, correct?
Correct.
Y'all should have advised our client to take a plea deal.
Yes.
Appleton, Pembroke, Vassar, those are all residential streets, correct?
Yes.
And those are all in the same area, correct?
Correct.
And I think you mentioned Angel, but her last name is Leonard. Angel Leonard, correct?
Yes.
And Angel Leonard lives at 13362 Wilshire Street, correct?
Yes.
That's her home, correct?
That's where her and Jarvis live. Yes.
Jarvis lives there, correct?
Yes.
And
Hey, I met my guy. I hope you're having a great day today thus far.
you mentioned Najin, is it Najin Rushing?
Yes.
Okay. And Ms. Rushing stays at 4 Alexandrian Street, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So on the 9th, you had information that he was both at both at the Wilshire address at some point, correct?
Yes.
And he was at the Alexandrian address, correct?
Correct.
And Did you get any information from any of these witnesses that that was not true?
That what was not true?
That he was at those addresses?
Did I get any information that he was not at the addresses? I believe when we talked to Najee, she couldn't remember if he was, she didn't acknowledge seeing him that night.
Okay. And would you agree, how do I say this? Mr. Butts is a complicated life, correct?
Mr. Butts created a complicated life,
He
yes,
has multiple girlfriends, correct?
correct.
He is juggling girlfriend 1 through I don't know how many, correct?
Yes,
And he does things to juggle all these girlfriends, correct? He may lie to his girlfriend about someone else, correct? He may park around the block so that another girlfriend can't see a car. He may borrow a car. All that true? Is that fair?
it's fair.
Lying is not a crime, is it? Or lying to a girlfriend is not a crime, is it?
Well, lying to a girlfriend is not a crime, no.
Okay.
Boy, if you don't get your bitch ass on, we don't give a fuck about your motherfucking client or what the fuck you trying to sell to people. He guilty than a motherfucker. You ugly bastard. Lying is not a crime to lie to your girlfriend. We don't give a fuck, you fat bitch. We don't care. We the people don't care. At least Kiwi don't give a damn. You asking all these old irrelevant ass questions like the fuck that shit proving something on his behalf. Sit your bitch ass down. God damn.
Now, you spend a lot of time talking about text messages on the record. All right. Can I take you back to some of those text messages? Do you still have them with you?
I do.
Okay. Let's go back to September 26th
Of which year?
of 2023.
September 26th?
Right.
I need to know, with these disgusting ass text messages, bitch, what's finna be your motherfucking defense for this piece of shit? What? I mean, come on now. I wouldn't give a fuck if the little girl was advanced and she was motherfucking fast and some more shit. His motherfucking ass was in agreement with the shit and wanted to motherfucking cover some shit. He wanted to try to make another little girl be the victim. This little girl called herself bulldogging too. With one of her took her brother girlfriend or some more shit. On some gay shit. And he wanted the little girl to be involved in some more shit. He was sitting up here trying to be a predator then. Asking if the little girl is trustworthy and some more shit. Sit your bitch ass the fuck down, sir. Cause nothing in these text messages is proving shit. But how sick the bitch is. God damn, you dumb bitch. You should be over there motherfucking asking questions to get his ass more in trouble, okay?
Starting at what time?
Okay. Line 1293.
I don't have numbers like that on my page. Can you just tell me a time to the second?
Is that 1433?
The 1433 even?
Yes.
Yes.
So, in that text message, that's the one where she texted about her period not coming, right?
Yes.
And she texted that she was going to the doctor the next day, correct?
Correct.
And a little bit further down, at 1457, does she also text him that I might not be pregnant, it might be from stress?
Yes.
Okay. Now, can we look at November 27th? You have that? Let me find it.
From November 27th?
November 27th of 2023.
Okay. What time?
It is 22:28.
Okay.
This is where she texts Mr. Butts that she is doing the gym with the baby's heart, correct?
Yes.
Now, the very next day, November 28th, you have that?
Yes.
At 21:48:43, thank you.
Which one?
She texts Jarvis Butts, it healed, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Butts doesn't respond to any of these messages, does he?
He doesn't respond until the next couple of days, the next day.
Oh. Then in December, a couple of weeks later, Mr. Butts does some Google searches. So this is the Google search, correct?
December 10th.
December 9th through 11th?
10th. Yes.
So he does searches for abortion, Planned Parenthood sites, correct?
Yes.
He does searches for over-the-counter abortion pill, correct?
Yes.
And we all agree that Mr. Butts has many girlfriends, right?
Correct.
There may be some that we don't know about. Fair?
Possibly.
Okay. So any testimony that says that these text messages, I'm sorry, these website searches were regarding ZIYAH Harris would be speculation, right?
I don't believe I said they were regarding ZIYAH. I just read what he had
Bitch,
researched
if you
on
don't
the
go
internet.
sit your bitch
Fair enough.
ass down.
You can't say
What
they
the
were,
fuck?
correct?
Right.
What? Hold the fuck. Let me hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Let's stop right there. I know this bitch ass man ain't sitting up here insinuating these motherfucking web searches of how to get rid of a baby at home. Can somebody drink some goddamn antifreeze and some more shit? And in regards to this damn baby being pregnant. I mean, I can't stand dumbass people. This speculation, this some tough stuff we probably don't even know about. Bitch. You bitch. I'm getting more mad at him. You acting like you a motherfucker want to be participating in some shit. Hold on, guys. Hold on. I'm getting baby. Hold on.
So you testified that you found some guns, correct?
Correct.
You said you found a long gun, I believe, at 13362 Wilshire, Angel Leonard's house?
Yes.
Okay. And did you find that gun was registered to her?
Yes.
Okay. And you said you found a couple of other guns, correct?
Correct.
Were those guns operable?
I don't test fire the weapons.
Okay. So I take
I would
those.
have to look at the laboratory report to see if they test fired them.
Okay. Do you know if any of those guns were tested for DNA?
I believe they would have been swabbed, but I don't know if those swabs were submitted.
Okay. You also testified that you found several knives in one of the vehicles, correct?
Correct.
All right. Did you test the knives? I know you tested at least one knife for
Yes.
for DNA. Did you test the other knives for DNA?
The other knives were not tested, no.
Okay. And did you test any of the knives for blood?
I believe we had all the knives swabbed, and then nothing came back leading anything to be blood, but we submitted it on the knife that was up near the driver's seat. The other knives, one was like a butter knife. Another one was like a smaller kitchen knife, but it was like under the back seat. It looked old and crusty, like it hadn't been up there. So the knife that was at the closest access that looked to be not stored in the truck for a very long time, as opposed to the other ones, were the ones that we had swabbed and tested. And then additionally, they were tested with Blue Star. So the knife that reacted to anything that maybe Blue Star reacted to, that was specific why that knife was submitted.
So there was no blood found on that knife, correct?
Correct.
So there was testimony about a black hoodie that was found, correct?
Yes.
Did you personally examine this hoodie?
I did not touch it. It was there. I was there as I observed it being opened up by the evidence technician who was collecting it, as well as re-going through the photos while we were there and then after.
All right. So the hoodie looked weathered, did it not?
It was wet.
It was wet. There were spider webs in it, correct?
I didn't open it to manipulate it, so if there was something that maybe the evidence tech testified to seeing, I wasn't right there as it was being opened, so I couldn't answer. I did not see a spider web. I can't say that there was not one.
Okay. Did you see any other debris on this hoodie?
So again, the hoodie is wet.
Okay.
A lot of times when articles of clothing are wet, it's hard to distinguish whether there's any other type of stains on there. We're not out there manipulating clothing like that. We preserve it the best that we can. That way, if there is something, it can be properly examined inside a laboratory where I'm not adding more possible contamination to anything.
Okay. But it's fair to say that it's speculation on how the holes would have gotten into it, correct?
Well, I said I don't know how those holes got there.
Okay. Now, we've heard that the hoodie was tested for genetic material, correct?
For DNA?
Yes.
Yes.
Was it tested for gunshot residue?
No.
Okay. You also found a pair of red and black shoes, gym shoes, correct?
Yes.
Were they tested for DNA?
No.
Okay. And you see several cars in this investigation, correct?
Throughout the investigation, yes.
Okay. You had a cadaver dog pass through the car, correct?
Correct.
Did the cadaver dog give you a hit on any car?
No.
Okay. Just a moment. I have no further questions. Thank you.
Can you redirect?
Yes, Judge. Briefly. Sergeant Jones, that text back on November 27th, 2023, where ZIYAH replies, "It healed." You can't say what that's about, can you?
Correct.
And defense asked you about some guns that were found and that there was a long gun registered to Angel. But it's true that Mr. Butts can't have any guns around him in his house, can he?
Correct.
Regardless of who they're registered to.
Correct.
And as for the guns, you were asked whether or not they were operable. There weren't tests performed on these guns, were there?
Not that I believe, no.
Okay. And tell me, why is it that there wasn't an emphasis put on doing like test shots for a gun?
The original, when we got the guns, I believe that the priority was to swab for DNA. Is we do that before we start sending them to get test fired and contaminating anything. The guns were swabbed, all the evidence that was collected, and then the items that I believe, after talking with lab specialists and looking at the different things that would be the most successful to coming back and giving me the answers on whether that was ZIYAH's hoodie or not, were the items that were submitted. Once that hoodie came back that it was hers, there was no need for me to test the shoes that I had a picture of her wearing, because I knew that that hoodie was going to be showing that that was her belongings.
Now, as it relates to guns specifically, if you're trying to connect a gun to a homicide, would you need something to compare it to?
Yes,
Okay, and was there was no body found in this case, that's correct?
correct. You would either need a projectile that you may recover or find at a scene, or the actual spent casing.
And there was none of that able to be found, correct?
Correct.
And just generally, as just a common person with common knowledge, spider webs can be formed fairly quickly depending on the spider. Is that fair to say?
Yes, there's times I come in the morning and there's already one on my car.
And that wouldn't be there the night before.
Correct.
Okay. Now, in your experience, does Michigan State Police even test for gunshot residue?
I don't believe so.
And you were also asked about a cadaver dog. You've used cadaver dogs in your history, in your police work?
For 11 years, yes.
Okay. Now, a cadaver dog would only hit if they're in a vehicle, if there was a dead body in that vehicle. Is that correct?
They'll hit on blood, or if there was like biological from somebody that's deceased, something.
So if a body was in a car that was not yet deceased, that cadaver dog presumably would not hit.
Correct.
And you got this investigation in February around the 14th or 15th?
Yes.
Okay. And when was that knife found in Mr. Butt's car?
After we impounded the car, then they did the inventory, the evidence search. It would have been probably a week or so later, and then it's reviewed when I get to that and then submitted.
Okay. So that would have put almost a month and a half, almost 2 months away from January 9th, 2024.
Yes.
Nothing further, Judge.
Yeah, can I ask a couple follow-up questions?
Yes.
So if a gun was used in a homicide, maybe not as a shooting, maybe as just a blunt force instrument, or if it was or if it was a close range shot, couldn't blood or skin cells be on the gun?
Yes.
Nothing further.
Ms. Whitley, any last questions?
No, Judge, thank you.
Since I'm going to do a gun testimony.
Thank you.
Any more?
In the halls of justice, where shadows fall, we're breaking down barriers and so.
Well, there we have it, folks. There we have it. The link is pinned. If anybody want to put in a 2 cents before I close this out. What I can say is, why he's still alive. That's all that's all I really have to say. Why he's still alive. Why? He don't even deserve a chance in court, if you ask me. True enough, the little girl is fast. We know that. But who groomed her to be that way? Was it him? Was it, somebody else? We may never know. But I believe, because these people got all this evidence. Why would you not take a plea deal instead of wasting people motherfucking time? Why is these attorneys not recommending he take a plea deal? Oh, okay. Why not take a plea deal? I believe he may come out and expose these family members and they motherfucking shit. I'm hoping and praying that he'll come out and say where this baby body at and what he did with the body. I'm sure it's not really nothing of a body left, but possibly like bones, bone fragments, whatever. But this is all he's doing. I just can't believe he was going that far. Now, I found it very interesting how he started to treat the little girl. If she's saying that she believes she pregnant and some more shit, he started responding. He ain't want to respond if it wasn't talking about some sick shit, clearly. He ain't want to talk about nothing else unless it involved some sexual shit and somebody else being involved. Okay? Because clearly he was trying to use her as a recruiter for him to continue expanding his child molestation shit, bullshit ways, okay? Because when the little girl said that she stole her brother girlfriend, basically she stole his bitch. He wanted to know how like, is it our bitch? He got excited. I mean, he was responding. Most of the times, he don't even be responding right back to the little girl that long. He'll take a while, and then it be real brief. She be doing a lot of the texting. But when she said that she stole this bitch, she told how old the little girl was, 14, 15, somewhere up in there. He was on it, baby. He was responding quicker than you can imagine. Quicker than he'd ever responded. Oh, is that our bitch? Oh, is she trustworthy? I mean, he was willing to go the whole 9 yards, man. He was willing to go a whole 9 yards. Like, at what point was you ever gonna feel guilty, man? What point was you ever gonna get scared? What point was you ever gonna be like somebody gonna find out? What point you was gonna have some form of paranoia? Like what point? Because it was clear as day. If it wasn't talking about no goddamn sex, he really wasn't trying to hear shit she was talking about. He even told her at one point, well, stop saying you want to cuddle. Because he want to fuck. Come on now. That shit is weird. This is a true definition of a fucking pedo at its finest, child. And it's just crazy. Nobody paid attention to this baby. Nobody paid attention. When her cycle came, you was supposed to be keeping up with her cycle. Grandmother, Annie. Y'all was supposed to be making sure she had feminine products for her hygiene. Y'all was supposed to be doing this. This baby seems as if maybe she did some of this stuff and carried on like she did. Could have been possibly because he was financially giving her money. May not been worth the damn or anything, but we never know why this little girl got all the way, carried away with this guy like that. Because if she gotta ask for goddamn pads, I can only imagine her asking for food. I can only imagine her asking for some shoes, some clothes, getting her nails done, getting her hair done, and some more shit. So it's no telling what she felt like she needed to do to have the things that she needed. I mean, I can't fathom him playing with that little girl like that. At the end of the day, I don't care about how much she was pursuing him. I wouldn't give a fuck. You still an overgrown ass perverted bastard That took it upon yourself to still be trying to motherfucker get up in this little girl the way you have. You're a sick bitch and you deserve to die. I'm not gonna stay on a live or none of that shit for this channel because I don't give a damn. He deserved to fucking die. I don't even know why he's still alive right now at this point. Because again, not only that, you were looking for other victims to try to attack. We do know that it is to be said that he even touched on his own children. It is said that he have touched on his own children. Okay? I mean, it can't get no sicker than that. He had no limitations to anything. He had no boundaries to children. None of that shit. The brother ran away, and that is something else that is in question. Why did this brother run away? Was it he wasn't getting the things that he needed at home? He was starving. He needed things that they wasn't providing, or was he being taken advantage of? It's a lot of goddamn questions that we just can't wrap our minds around, and we may not have no answers to most of this shit. It was very distasteful to sit and listen to this. At times I walked away from the phone. At times I found myself grinding my teeth and some more shit, okay? The shit was just very, very, very distasteful and disgusting that a grown ass man could sit up here and engage with a child like that, knowing you sleeping with her auntie. She talked out of line. Yes, she did. She was out of line. She needed her ass whooped, actually. And if she was mine, she would have got her ass whooped. Okay? Even when I found out, she still would have got her ass whooped. I would have got him taken care of and got him prosecuted and some more shit. But her ass would have been in a world of trouble with me, too. Because she said and did a lot. But that did not justify what the fuck that sick bitch did. Because again, he didn't just prey on her. He was anxious to include other victims with her. As if he was insinuating for a threesome or some shit. I mean, you sick piece of shit, man. But I will come tomorrow at some point for we can move forward with a little bit of background history regarding these people. Because how the hell y'all she need pads? I mean, come on now. Come on now. How the hell was he able to be going upstairs and downstairs where she was at weird awkward times? All these people in the house, nobody caught him in the room stealing pennies and some more shit. I don't know. But we're gonna take a deeper look into this sick ass family because I definitely feel like they're sick. Careless and just dumbfounded, okay? Trust me, this Detroit, her whole family knew about old boy. The family was milking him out his money. That's just the city life, really. We don't do snitching like that here. Kelly, I wouldn't give a damn because they out of line. That's they baby. That's they flesh and blood. And if money was more important than their baby life, they ass need to be in jail too. They need to be in jail too if money was more important than their baby life. I definitely think they knew. I definitely feel like they wanted to cover it up because if this baby was pregnant with a baby, yeah, I agree with you, Kelly. If this baby was pregnant with a baby, imagine what kind of trouble they possibly could have been in. Because for sure, if she went to the doctor and it was said that she was pregnant, Child Protective Services was definitely getting involved, and questions was gonna be risen. So at the end of the day, all I can say is he didn't have to do what he did, but we are gonna take a deeper look into this family, some of their defense, and some more shit because a lot of shit is weird. If it wasn't from the sister of this sick man cracking his shit down the middle, he probably wouldn't have even been of a suspect. But she seen that baby the day before, the day of her missing, and she put her two and two and used her common sense to break down the case. After talking to one of the baby mamas, and one of the baby mamas saying that the kid is saying that he's been touching her. You tell his sister, and his sister draw concern of, okay, who is this little girl that was up 30 in? Because I need to find out who that little girl is now that I know my brother is touching on his own kid. Just for her to find out that was that little girl. And she instantly went to the police. See, that's the issue. She could have put two and two. She put two and two together. She put two and two together. If he touching on his own kid, come on now. I feel you, but out here we live by no rules. It's sad for real, for real. I understand, Callie. I definitely understand. But we definitely gonna dig a little bit deeper into this case tomorrow. I will set the live up. I know that my live's been coming up like random because I've been trying to like go live when I have a little bit of leniency with Baby Doodle Doo. Y'all know Baby Doodle Doo when he he gonna cause a scene every time I go live. So I be trying to go live when maybe he's taking a nap or you know the other kids are home and can, hold them up a little bit. TPS don't really fuck with us or our kids. It's just sad here for real. I already know it's sad. CPS alone is a dark system. Trust me, I know. I was a foster mom for years, okay? I know. They don't care. They try to hurry up and and end it. You get what I'm saying? Close that case. A lot of them CPS workers have workloads that's extremely big, and they have a time frame to close those cases out. So they really don't give a damn. Uh back in the day, you used to have to make sure you have a refrigerator full of food. CPS get called on your ass. They ain't checking refrigerators and shit no more. But hey, I digress. It was fun. It was not fun. I'm not gonna say fun. Oh Lord Jesus, no. I enjoyed y'all company today while taking a closer look to this case. I love each and every one of you. And if you haven't already, make sure you smash the like button. Um, and we will continue with part 4 tomorrow. I'm on these bitches' tops. I don't give a fuck. 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 I'm gonna utilize my platform to the max to get this story out. Hopefully, I'm able to do a little bit more investigation where I can, expose the characteristics of this family, of her family alone, and what's going on over there. And if I can, I'm gonna go get me a bottle of some Don Julio, and I'm gonna drag these bitches for filth. Okay, I'm gonna drag these bitches for filth. Okay, so y'all stay alerted with the platform. Turn on y'all notifications, and just know it's up because they should have protected that baby. It's up. It's up over here in the Kiwi factory with them. Don't nobody stand a chance over here, okay? I know, sister, it may have been more men than just him. I believe it has to be because she was just way too advanced, okay? It was way too advanced. But I love y'all. I'm about to get up out of here. I'm about to call my sister Danilla, and we finna get into this detective work. And I can promise you, justice will be served over here in the Kiwi factory because we stand for something. We are leaders. Each and every one of us over here, we are leaders. We're not followers. We stand up for what's right. And what we have been covering for the past 3 days has not been right. So these bitches gonna get whatever the fuck we got to motherfucking throw at them here on this platform in the factory. Okay? I love y'all, and y'all make sure y'all have a great rest of y'all day. And don't forget the game show with me and Sister Danella versus each other will be taking place at some point. As y'all know, I have been a little bit under the weather. Um, and we have been having to deal with some unnecessary shit. But when things are calm and we are back 100% to our bubbly self, we will run a game show and we will have a good ass time over here. Okay. So I love y'all, and until next time. Salute Calicus. Salute Elder. Salute Danila. I love y'all. Daniel came through today. Biggest, bro. Who else was up in here? Yeah, a few of y'all came through. I love y'all. And salute Iceman, baby. I can't forget Iceman. But until next time, y'all, we love y'all. Stay posted.